Elden Ring NIGHTREIGN is a new co-op roguelike action RPG Elden Ring crazy hybrid new game that got announced at the Game Awards, and I wanted to break everything down. But before we do, make sure you hit that follow button, like, subscribe, all those things. You know how this stuff works. If you're wondering where I've been or why I sound like crap, I've been sick for the last couple of weeks, and we are just now getting better and getting back into it. We have so many videos to make, so hitting that follow button and subscribing and bell notifications and all that stuff really makes a world of difference. Now, we're going to jump into this because when I saw this, I lost my mind. I wanted to stream the event, but of course I was sick, so I couldn't. And there was just so many things. We got so many videos to cover, but this one right here is the one I wanted to start with because I found it to be the most interesting, and I love Elden Ring. Got a lot of hours into that game, but this is a new, I don't know. There is a little bit of back and forth. Like some of the internet saying it's an asset dump or whatever, but I don't want to buy into that so much. I think they've been working on this for a while. And one cool story, real quick, before we get into the article and some more of the gameplay footage is, there was a guy, and y'all can look this up online. I don't know the guy's name, but he was a modder who basically figured out the multiplayer on Elden Ring, and FromSoft basically hired that guy. And so from everything I saw online, that guy was part of helping build this for FromSoft. So it goes to show you, like, if you have talent for modding or anything like that, you never know what opportunities can come from that. So grind on, and we love the modding community over here. It's amazing. So without getting too crazy into the weeds here, let's go over to the article and we will kind of cover and see what's going on here. So PC Gamer had 6 hours hands-on. So this is a good breakdown if y'all want to check out the article. And it basically shows, it's going to talk about what is this game, how does it work, and all those kinds of things. So, yeah, they're calling it a new co-op roguelike. And I don't know what the difference is between roguelike, roguelite. Like, y'all can tell me in the comments. I don't know. I don't know what the hell the difference is between those two. But basically, FromSoft producer Yashiro Kitayo, if I'm saying that wrong, I'm sorry, asks us to forgive him if he seems nervous. So Miyazaki is actually letting other developers kind of shine here, other producers. And this seems to be Kitao's project more than Miyazaki's. Miyazaki did consult, but yeah, so let me scroll down here. So, right away, a few hours. Spinoff makes it perplexing. I'm trying to find where okay. So I know there's a video that talks about this, and here's a little something on X from German Strands. So it's a dungeon exploration, character growth. You have character class, like you have like heroes to choose from. This isn't gonna be a gear builder like Elden Ring. This is gonna be like a preset character type of, almost Monster Hunter type thing, but it's got this like almost battle royale element to it. And you said you have your objective is to live 3 days, and you encounter a powerful enemy on the 3rd day. You have 8 heroes to choose from. Number of players is 3 with single player support. So you actually cannot play with 2 people. You have to have yourself as a solo or 3. And it is a full standalone game. We don't know the pricing yet, but I would bet it's probably going to be closer to $40, maybe $50. But it is its own game. It's not a DLC. It's not a sequel. It's in a parallel universe. It's not a thing where like you have to own Elden Ring to be able to play it. Like, it's its own standalone game. And it's considered a co-op survival action. So basically, like, you drop into the map, kind of like a battle royale, and you're on this like 3-day cycle with everything, and you basically are. We'll go ahead and just watch the video here. We'll make it kind of easy on the viewer here. So you drop in, and you have three days to do this, and they're saying, I forget what they said the play sessions were in the video. Probably like 45 minutes per run, and this nighttime flames slowly closes in on you and your team as you're trying to run through. Now the cool thing is there's no mounts, so torrent is not in this as far as we know, and you have movement kind of like Sekiro. Your movement is very fast. You can scale walls. There's also there's bosses from different Souls games. Notably, there is not going to be anything from Bloodborne, and there's not going to be everything from Dark Souls games because Bandai Namco doesn't own the license to all the FromSoft games and bosses and things like that. So, Sony owns Bloodborne, so unfortunately, we're not going to see any Bloodborne stuff in this. I mean, it is possible in the future that they could get licensed to do that and add it into this game. I wouldn't hold my breath for that. But yeah, as you can see here, you got your team and you have your preset loadouts and you're fighting these bosses. This guy looks like this tutorial boss. Aerial strike combos, and you just run through and you have limited time to do it. And then there's a big boss at the end, which of course they're not showing us. And man, just looking at this though, I really want to know what you guys in the comments think about this. If this got you excited or just more questions than answer, just did it present more questions? Because I love Elden Ring. I love what the gameplay is, the gameplay loop. See, like right here, you have this like Sekiro wall climbing movement stuff. That's supposedly the Nameless King, and that's pretty awesome. Yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think about this one here with the gameplay you're seeing. That it's like a hero, like a preset hero, situation. I think for me, that's the only kind of thing I'm like, so I wonder what the progression is like. Like, what's the payoff if your goal is to just go in and like kill the monsters in a certain amount of time with your squad? Like, why? What's the why behind it? What gear? Like, do you get upgrades? Do you get any kind of other stuff? It doesn't seem like there's any customizable loot that we know of. So, I'm not sure. Let me go back to the article actually and see if they mention that, because let's see, modders, RPGs, randomizers that shuffle Souls games items and enemy locations for speedrun events. So yeah, I think we'll have to go back and look at some of the breakdown videos on YouTube for that. But really, I just wanted to go through this real quick and talk about it. There's tons of other content we're going to be doing on the channel, but I really wanted to know what your first impressions were with this. I'm very excited, but I definitely want to see more gameplay. I want to see more of, what they're going to do with this. How long do they expect this game to last? Is this like a game that they're going to support for a year, 2 years? What's the sales numbers going to be in the beginning? I know there will be a lot of people that will play it in the beginning, but like, will there be a very sharp fall off because it's just weird and random, or will it really have something really to it that resonates with a lot of players? I think Maximilian Dude said it best. He said this game's either going to be amazing or it's going to be really mid. I really agree with that statement. I don't think there's any in between. I think this is going to be a really banger idea and just going to be loads of fun for hours and hours and hours, or I think it's going to be really shallow with, like I said, because there's no progression and we don't really know why. Like, what's the payoff of going and killing these monsters? Like, are you getting upgrades when you kill bosses? Are you getting, like, what are you getting out of it? That's my biggest question with it. So, again, I won't ramble on too long about this. There's still not a whole lot of information out about it, but again, there are some YouTube videos that kind of break it down better than I can here. And but the biggest thing, like I said, to note is it's a standalone game. You have your 8 heroes to choose from. It's a 3-player co-op. You can play solo if you want, but you can't play 2 players. And then the objective is to live 3 days with the area of the map shrinking like a battle royale does. And it does say dungeon exploration, but I don't know what that means. You know, dungeon exploration, like, are what for? You know what I mean? That would be my biggest question: is what for? What are we exploring the dungeons for? So, with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Again, let me know in the comments what you think, and make sure you follow, like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you don't miss out on more future content. And with that, I'm gonna get out of here. I hope you guys have a good one. See ya.
Helmet Fire.